We getting old, goddammit. Let's get it. We made niggas put them rose bottles up. We made the whole city boss they like fuck. Boss they like fuck. We made niggas wanna go and hit hush. Bitch, we made niggas, you know we love to stunt. We made niggas put them rose bottles up. We made the whole city boss they like fuck. Boss they like fuck. We made niggas wanna go and hit hush. Bitch, we made niggas, you know we love to stunt. We made niggas wanna go and hit hush. Nas, Nori, and Shine. Rhyme with Don Michael when we sitting on shine. Yeah, bitch, this a white tee, this East Laurent. Yeah, how you like that? Told my plug, give me 50, came right back. Now the whole hood jumping like some jumping jacks. Yeah, I love rats, plus I got cheese. Got white bitches, Puerto Rican, Japanese. Rolling green peas, we call it Cali best. Play stupid, get hot ones to your flesh. In the coupe, about to put the dash to the test.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Georgia Tech Dynasty. John Eads back with you for a recruiting episode. Be sure to like and subscribe before we get going. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We should be there pretty soon. So I need each and every one of you guys out there to contribute. If you like the content, like the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Coming off a tough loss to Texas A&M. I think this is the third game this year where, we've had the football with a chance to go down and tie the game or win the game with a score, and we've thrown an interception. This one, heartbreaking because it came in their red zone, A&M. So comeback falls short. We were down at one point, I think 31-7 though. So it's kind of miraculous we were even in this game at all. But it sucks when you come all the way back just to, end up in the same place you probably should have been anyway. But now we're 7-4, and when we advance the week, we'll probably drop outside the top 20. Worst season I've had on this video game, I think, ever. Even at some of the bad schools I've done rebuilds at. So moving to the SEC has been really tough, but overall really fun. I think every game this year has been super competitive and super fun to watch. So, sucks from a win-loss standpoint, but from the channel standpoint, it seems like you guys are enjoying the games. And it's fun to watch people lose because you can't always win. So with that said, the sliders have been tough this year and people have been commenting about them. So I'm going to touch on those for sure, next season. But, we started the season with these sliders. We got to keep them through the end of the season. But let's do some recruiting. I don't know how much there actually is to cover today with that. Maybe we'll get a commit or two. But we'll do some housekeeping things and go from there. All right, so our class is basically full. We've got 15 people committed and 16 seniors, so we've only got one spot left in the class. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 different guys that I'd love to have in for that last spot. So here's how we're looking at all these guys, leading for Bonner, leading for Adams, and, we're top 3 for most of them. Johnson we're in the lead for as well. These guys, are on here, but they're not really guys that I want. Let me know if you guys have one guy in particular you're looking at here in this group of 6 that you think would be good to bring in. Looking at kind of who we've already brought in from a position standpoint, it's pretty balanced and spread out. We've got a quarterback, a halfback, 2 receivers, 2 offensive linemen, and then defensively, it looks like we're missing a linebacker, but we've got 2 outsides and a couple D linemen, and then, a corner, and then 2 safeties, 2 athletes as well. So maybe it'd be a good idea to bring in one more defensive lineman. We don't really have a true D tackle, middle linebacker on there, which is a need, it said. But maybe Louis Bonner or one of those 2 other outsides could play that position. I guess if I could pick between these 3, the guy we really need the most, tough to say. Probably Mayfield. I mean, one of the biggest things we've struggled with this year is getting pressure off the edge from our D line. And maybe Mayfield could help out with that. He's got good length, good speed. We've already got some playmakers at the skill positions. Martin would be nice to have, because we're going to have a tight end moving out the door pretty soon here. We did just bring in A.J. Lynch last year, a 5-star freshman, so we got that going for us. We'll see. I'd take any of these guys. They're all great ball players and could only help us moving forward. Let's advance the week, and we'll see where we are in these recruitments. All right, no updates. Looks like we're, in battles with these 6 guys still. Luckily, none of the other 3 committed that I'm not interested in at this point. So it looks like all of these are going to go until signing day, and then at that point, we'll have the opportunity to put the full 15,000 on the one guy that we deem that we need the most. Because, we got our last game of the regular season coming up against Notre Dame, and then it's postseason. You can't do any recruiting. So we'll see if anything changes next week, but let's go see, if anything changed and fluctuated with the numbers and placements on these guys. All right, Henderson, we're still in second. That's where we were last week. Battling Georgia. It's really a Georgia Tech and Georgia in-state battle here. We did make up a little bit of ground. So, top 2. Bonner, it's us and Temple, it looks like. Everybody else is cast to the side. And he just visited Temple, and that's why they just jumped up and I think passed us there. So, looks like they're in the driver's seat, but he didn't commit, so he's still up for grabs. Marcus Smart, we've been in second to West Virginia the pretty much entire cycle. He's got a visit coming up this week to Florida, who is down by about 6,000. So I don't think they're going to get that much back into this race, but perhaps. Otherwise, it's us and West Virginia for him. Adams, I don't know why they took points off of him, but it looks like it's us and Miami. He's visiting Miami this week, so if that goes well, maybe he'll commit there. Hopefully not. He's solid. He's not anything like too crazy. That's why it's hard for me to pick one of these guys because none of them really just kind of blows me away with their abilities, you know. But he's a solid football player there. Mayfield really likes Georgia State. Visited there recently. He's got Florida on deck, and Florida, way out. I don't even know why they're still getting a visit. It's like, I guess he's just taking it for the vacation, maybe the days off of high school. I don't know. I guess I would. Dustin Johnson, we're in the driver's seat here. He's got a visit coming up. And looks like we, gained some ground there on Rutgers, who's in second. Army's in there. Ohio State's in there. He's taking a visit to Columbus this weekend. So could be a commitment there. We'll see about that one. Then, these guys, if I offered them, they would literally commit on the spot. So can't do that. If I don't get any of these 6, maybe. And then if any juniors go pro, which I don't think any will, we can take a look at that. All right, so, Edwards is a possibility, but he's had such a mid-season with all the picks he's thrown. I highly doubt that he goes pro. I'm going to try to convince him to come back because he has more development to make. You can't be going to the NFL and throwing 2-3 picks a game, and obviously that's a lot of user mistakes, but still, I don't think he's ready to go play in the league yet. I want him to – he'll probably still be like a mocked first-round pick for whatever reason because of his traits, but – he needs one more season, I think. So I don't think that's going to happen. What about here? No, we got 4 seniors there, running back, and this Tucker guy's never played. Wide receiver. Sean Brown could go pro. He's an All-American. He's done a lot in his collegiate career. He's gone over 1,000 yards twice already. Probably going to get over 1,000 this season. What more is there for him to accomplish besides, winning a ring and a Bolitnikoff? So he might make the jump to go pro. Andy Robinson can make the jump to go pro too. He's had a breakout season this year. He might go ahead and cash in on that opportunity. Nobody on defense going pro, I'll tell you that. They all suck. Unless there's a linebacker. I think they're all seniors though. Yeah, no. Corners, no. McCoy, Jones, they're juniors, but they're not good enough to play in the league. So, yeah, really we're just looking at Sean Brown, Andy Robinson, and Earl Edwards as the guys that could go pro, and I think all 3 will come back if I had to put some money on it. All right, conference standings. We're actually going to finish in 3rd this year behind Ole Miss, who we did beat week 1, but they got us by a game there, and then A&M wins the West. If only they could do that in real life. On the other side, a bit of craziness, actually. Tennessee's going to pull it out. They beat us in a great game. They get ahead of Florida by 1. So it'll be Tennessee and Texas A&M in the SEC title. And you know what? We'll be back next year and see what we can do. All right, now they got us in the Gator Bowl. I think last week it was – what was it last week even? I don't even remember. Maybe it was the Chick-fil-A Bowl they had us in. But Gator Bowl against Nebraska, who's 6-5, 4-4 out of the Big Ten. Obviously still not where we want to be, but maybe with an 8th win, we can get into a better bowl game. All right, Jerp of the day, I'm just going to give it to Jesse Livingston. Nobody really stepped up past game that, caught my attention. But he's made a lot of big catches in his career at Georgia Tech, and for some reason we haven't hit him up with this yet. So let's just go ahead and get him out of the way. He'll have a big role on our team next year, when Tommy Nelson, unfortunately, has to move on, and maybe some other guys, too. All right, that'll do it for this recruiting episode. Not much going on, but, a couple updates on, some prospects we're still trying to bring in. And you see right there, you may have noticed already, we're still in the top 25. We dropped a little bit further than I thought we would. I mean, we competed pretty tough with that team, but whatever. 7-4, still top 25, and got a chance to knock off another top 10 team in Notre Dame. We could easily be 11-0 right now, maybe 10-1. Think about our losses, just real quick here. Tennessee lost by 3, chance to win it. I think we threw a pick in field goal range. Auburn lost by a touchdown. Pretty sure we got stopped at the goal line. 2, we ran out of time. Pretty sure that's how that went. Georgia, we lost by 10. They just outplayed us that day. Another close loss, but they just straight up outplayed us. And then, we throw a pick in A&M's red zone. Like, if we win these 3 games, completely different season we're talking about right now. Like, we've got a good win there against Army, and Florida, we beat them. They're 8-3, top 10, Even Ole Miss ended up being 8-3. Like, we got good wins. It's just these games here, our defense didn't come to play, and, we turned the ball over, which has been our problem all season. So this is still a really good team. I know I said I'm fed up with it because I am. I mean, because it's a good team, and we should be better than what our record says we are. A lot of excitement still. We can end the season on a high note, and again, this is a really good team, and these games are awesome. Like, tough losses, which suck in the moment, and for the next couple hours, I'm, pissed off about it, and I hate having to, get on and edit it and stuff like that, but, looking back on it, it's been a really fun season, and you never know what you're going to watch when you pull up my videos on YouTube, and that's kind of how I always wanted it to be. When I was at Oregon State, we won every game by, 40, 50 points, and nobody wanted to watch, because who wants to watch somebody win the same way over and over and over again? Nobody. So hope you guys are enjoying the content. Like the video, sub to the channel, hit the bell for the post notifications. Kind of on an inconsistent posting schedule, but I'm going to get back to it. It's just tough with my job and how I travel and stuff like that. So definitely hit the bell so you know when I post and you don't miss an episode if I go a couple days without posting. All right, so do that for me. Let's get to 1K. We're almost there. And appreciate you guys watching. Catch you in the next one with the season finale, regular season finale against Notre Dame.